documentary, Technology Addicts. We are going to be talking about the effects of technology on our generation, and we'll be answering a question whether it will destroy us or help us improve in the future. Technology has improved over and over the years. I hope you enjoy documentary.
Addiction, potentially stunting the development of children. One doctor uses the term digital heroin to describe the compulsion to stare into screens for hours.
No phone zone. Talk to each other. Don't use your cell phone. No cell phone use in the classroom at all. Don't use your phone. No phone zone. These are pictures of kids using their cell phones in classrooms when they're supposed to be paying attention to their schoolwork. But next, here are some real-life actions of kids using their cell phones in different areas.
It's our test that we'll be having on Friday. The test will be about chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll do your readings in the book, How to Read. Okay, so that's why I need to make sure that you're writing down exactly as I've written it up here on the board, because that's what you're going to need to be familiar with.
What you just saw was newscasters calling technology basically a drug. Basically a drug. And you just saw like signs everywhere saying no phones, no phones, no phones. And we have examples of kids in classrooms, on buses, and everywhere they go using technology. But next you're about to see this very important interview. Okay, so this is Mr. Eric Bruner. He is the assistant principal of Ferndale High School. So why did you all decide to introduce the phone policy?
So every year, we sit towards the end of the year, meet with the staff members and students as well. And we go over surveys and look at what the needs of the schools are. One of the biggest things that we saw last year was there was a high volume rate of discipline in regards to cell phone usage inside the class. Matter of fact, it was by far the highest number of discipline problems. And so while we know the importance of technology to our students and to our staff, there also had to be a level of caution and awareness to what it, the purpose of it for and what it was being used for. And so based off that information, we met with staff members and we met with students and we developed a new policy we thought would kind of balance everything out.
Okay. And how often do you use your phone in like the day-to-day life?
Oh my gosh. I use it consistently, pretty much every day on a regular basis. I read the news from it, but I also receive information throughout the day as an administrator from staff members, Ms. Williams, Mr. Butler, pretty consistent.
And since the effects you've seen from this year, would you change or add anything to the phone policy next year?
I think that it did its intended purpose. We do not see as many, we do not receive as many infractions on cell phone policies. Usually if we receive one infraction from a student, they don't repeat it. Are we aware that students use phones? We do. But while they're learning in class, you don't see it as much. And if you recall, you've heard this in the assemblies from staff members that have been here for almost 20 years. They've repeatedly said it's the best start, and it's been the best start to a school year. We're almost at the end now because they see less distractions, more communication with students, and a little bit more responsibility.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
And now, to the facts. After seeing and hearing a very important person from Ferndale School District Administration talking about how technology affects their school personally and how kids around their school area is addicted, and seeing facts about technology addictions also. Now you can see that this is a very important topic. You can go out there and fix it yourself. But next, you will hear students from Ferndale, Clawson, and Oak Park on their opinion about this very important topic.
Definitely. I think our phones are better, our TVs are better, our computers are better. Like just technology in general.
Yes, because you get to look up stuff like words.
It has improved, especially in the workplace, and you see especially with iPhones, all the new upgrades they have.
It helps improve communication and entertainment and information.
It helps with communication and figuring lots of things out that we couldn't do just using our minds.
Yeah, sometimes you might need to research something or like email a teacher.
It is important in general. It helps us in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally. That's definitely a yes.
Snapchat, YouTube, and Netflix.
FaceTime,
More? Anything else?
Snapchat,
Anything else?
iMessage.
Anything else?
I have Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, SoundCloud. Those are the main ones I use.
The main ones? Thank you.
About 6 to 8 hours.
Well,
90% of the day.
Most of my day.
okay. Every single minute.
The way technology is now, we need our phone like to interact with our work, and like for us not to have our phone, that's like kind of like stupid because everybody use their phone. Teachers even use their phone when they at work.
They should let us on our phone because at this point we gonna be using technology instead of people. You feel me? So I feel like we should be able to use phones so it can teach us instead of letting these teachers teach us. Cause what they gonna teach us that the phone can't teach us.
How often do you go on your phone while driving, Dad?
Well, I don't go on my phone while driving. I'm not driving.
So when you get distracted in class, is it because of your phone, usually?
No, actually my phone usually make me more focused. I usually get distracted when I'm like bored or have nothing to do.
Do you get distracted on your phone? Does it help you in class?
Yes, it helps me in class, and yes, I get distracted with it all the time.
And what are your opinions on how technology will evolve in the future?
We're gonna need technology for everything. Like technology, like now technology is taking away people's jobs. They got robots doing things and everything.
Okay, well, thank you.
You listen to music?
Yes.
Do you think adults use their phone for business or for play more?
I don't know what other people do. I know what I do.
Thank you.
Us as a group, we have decided to show you guys this really strong cartoon that doesn't have any words but has really strong imaging that's like and music behind it that show you guys what we think is what the world is gonna look like in the next 50 plus years, because we're getting more and more addicted to like technology.
Yes, I'm crying from this very emotional video that I just showed you guys. It shows how we might be in 50 or 100 years into the future. But you can't prevent that now. Stop watching your phones all the dang old time in class and get your butt to work. Do your work. Do your work. Get straight A's. Get your work done. Go to college. Get your degree. And live your life to the fullest. Thanks for watching our documentary about technology addiction.
We have concluded that we do not know what the future will hold, but we do know that there is a place and time for everything. So you should not be using technology in school if you're not asked to. But technology has given us great advances in medicine, education, and new findings every day. Thank you.